According to the information which we received from military headquarters in Mozdok, on Thursday at 22:30 and today at 6 o'clock in the morning, large armed groups of fighters under the fog tried to break through the Russian army ring. They used armored vehicles, artillery and rocket launchers. By the decisive steps of Russian army, their attempts were thwarted. Several minutes ago, this helicopter was shot from the ground. So the intensity of fighting is not decreases, it increases. Soviet army together with internal troops moving toward Grozny. Today, as a result of a heavy fighting, downtown Tala was liberated, and by this the ring around the city was formed. And today Russian troops stay from 2 to 5 kilometers from residential area. Mercenaries from Afghanistan, Tajikistan support Dudaev. Russian army is getting reinforcements. They prepare to the last stage to destroy armed groups. The resistance is very heavy. Internal troops right now are fighting on the north shore of Arechka. All nights we had heavy fighting over there, especially around village Kisherskaya. It was liberated, and now we begin to rebuild the railroad system. With regard to the armed forces and internal troops that formed the ring around Grozny, today, especially this night, there were numerous attempts to break through the ring from the city in different directions. According to the press service of the government, the people of Grozny are driven together to build lines of defense in suburbs. The defense line, radius 1 kilometer, is built around presidential Paris. Military intelligence tell that this is done under supervision of foreign mercenaries, engineers. According to Interfax, Ministry of Foreign Affairs of Chechen Republic demanded that airstrikes should be stopped because of the results of airstrikes. The oil refinery is on fire. At the same time, the press service of the president confirmed that on one of the oil refineries the fire is going on. All the plants of this branch of industry are mined by the decree of the President Dudaev and could be blown up at any time. They are defended by groups of fighters. Russian army will suffer heavy losses if it will try to get close to any of these refineries. None of the plants were under airstrikes. Near to this, one of the burning plants is the ammonia warehouse. The fight with a fire should begin. The smoke covers half of Ingushetia republics. Ecological disaster is about to begin because nature of Caucasian area is not ready to cope with such amount of smoke. Every hour of delay can bring ecological disaster closer. During the last 24 hours, more than 2,000 people asked for help from Immigration Service. From December 8th, 39,000 people asked for help. The main flow of refugees go to Ingushetia. Today, in Grozny, by bus from Nazran, the group arrived of Congress people. They want to learn the situation in the city and inform the public. Those who arrived informed the reporter of Intertas that on their way to Grozny they didn't meet a single checkpoint. Today on their meeting with journalists, the deputy of State Duma, Leonid Petrovsky, asked leaders of Committee of Emergency Situation to make supplies to the Grozny hospitals. To his account, the only people who didn't leave Grozny are weak and those who have no money or transportation to leave. Those who left the area of fighting found the refuge in mountainous villages, but they also under danger if guerrilla bases will be under airstrikes. Citizens of Grozny also will have no luck if the storm of the city will be undertaken or if stray bomb will strike on the chemical plant. Right now Russian people have a chance to prevent catastrophe, disaster, also ecological disaster. The danger is real. So the fighting should be stopped immediately. Presidential Commission, Transitional Commission with all the powers is ready to go to Grozny. The chairman Kovalyov. To reinstate constitutional order in Chechnya. The deputy chairman of the commission is well-known human rights activist Sergei Kovalyov. Vice Minister of Russia Sergei Shakrai says that the crisis in Chechnya could be settled only by political means. Force methods could be solve only some tasks. Vice Minister said that his plan is given to consideration to President Yeltsin. It includes 3 stages. During the first stage, the whole territory of Chechnya should be demilitarized. Second transitional stage, during this, the urgent actions should be taken to help the population, and the powers should be, government bodies should be created. On the third stage, the democratic rules should be reinstated. On today's meeting of Conciliatory Commission, they discussed the situation in Chechnya. They talked how illegal armed groups could be disarmed and how to reinstate order in Chechnya by political means. All members of discussion emphasized political means of solving problem. They made a statement about the political situation in Chechnya in which they called on all religious leaders, everyone who is capable to do everything to keep peace process going. Everyone expressed concern that today executive branch of government prefers to use force. Sergei Filatov, the chairman, said that the political results of things that happened in Chechnya will be felt in 1995. Everything should be done to lessen the effects. The members honored the memory of all those perished in Chechnya. At the end, Deputy Chairman of Federation Council gave an exclusive interview to Programma Время. I am satisfied that Conciliatory Commission, the most members of this commission, expressed their concern that those talk process that we began and that we wanted to keep going in Makhachkala was thwarted, ruined, but on every stage, on each stage presents its own opportunities for political settlement. We have some opportunities in 1991 and other opportunities in 1992, and every time this dialogue was ruined. On this stage, who you can deal with, what Chechen leaders you can deal with. I am the proponent of the following. You should have talk process with everyone who wants to have talks. We determined 2 principles. First, the freedom and the self-rule of Chechen republics, and second, integrity of Russian state. And everyone who recognize, at least in general, these 2 principles, with all those leaders, with all those people, we should have talks. We just received reports from our correspondents in Grozny. In the area of Karpinsky Highland, this is western part of the city. As a result of airstrikes, all fields are on fire. Oil from broken reservoirs form rivers and also burns. There is no one to put out the fires. In the interview to company Ostankina, the President Jukhar Dudayev said that he sent telegram to the President Yeltsin to say that the talks should be renewed on any condition, with only single precondition. Chechen people should not be disarmed. As it became known to Interfax, in presidential staff of Jukhar Dudayev, he sent a message to President Yeltsin that all military activity should be stopped on 31st of December. In his message, he suggests that because of the coming new year and to prevent blood spilling that makes no sense, to save lives of peaceful citizens, to stop all kinds of military activity on the territory of Chechen Republic. At the same time, Dudayev suggests troops withdrawal. Boris Yeltsin sent New Year congratulations to the troops of the Ministry of Defense, Internal Affairs, Ministry of Emergency Situations, Border Guards and Counterintelligence Service. And he said that he believes in faithfulness to the constitution of all those who serve and fulfill military tasks in disarmament illegal armed groups and reinstating constitutional order on the territory of Chechen Republic. At war is at war. That's what soldiers say when they have to suffer the hardship of monotonous army life, when they have to eat MREs. Although the supplies of all troops is going well, and they have everything, any sign of attention from all those who are behind the backs of these Russian guys have great psychological and moral significance. On New Year's Eve, the Ministry of Emergency Situations sent to Mozdok 2 airplanes with gifts from Muscovites, 11,000 holiday packages made of cereals, fruits, sweets, daily preserve, soaps, lingerie, and cigarettes, underwear. It also includes pen and paper. This because parents wait for the message from their sons.